Hey guys, Lisa here from Thermomix Adventures. I'm excited today to show you more of the Spiralizer. Now, I have used the Spiralizer multiple times since I got it, just before Christmas. Salads at Christmas time, just quick things like, hey, the kids want a snack of cucumber. They just like shove it through and they've got these ringlets, and it's just so simple. So today I thought I'm going to grab one of these guided recipes. We have made potato and sweet potato chips heaps of times in the air fryer. That is something that features often because you can do it so quick. So come with me today. Let me show you how to do these sweet potato. I'm going to call them like little patties or buns. I'm not going to do turkey patties to go with it. We're just going to make them as like a kind of sweet potato hash brown, really. So remember to hit subscribe if you're watching on today. I'd love to know you're watching. If you've got someone in your life with a Thermomix, share these videos so that they can get more and more out of their Thermomix. That is what I'm on about, okay? So you can see I've got the cutter here, but the cutter, we trade out the cutter blade for the Spiralizer. How cool is that? So when I go start cooking, place the bowl in the mixing bowl lid and weigh in lots of potatoes, sweet potatoes. I've done that already. I think it says peeled. I'm not going to bother. We grow our own, and actually at the end of this video, for those of you who are interested, I will show you some video footage of our sweet potato patch. We have an abundant sweet potato patch. That's why I'm also not too worried about peeling it. So put the shaft in, put the cutter basket in, and then put the Spiralizer, and it tells you to use the thin Spiralizer one, okay? There's a thick and a thin, the green's the thin. Let's go next. Put it in position. Little tip, when you get your Spiralizer, which will be early this year, what are we talking about? When you're positioning this, it actually lines up. These little bits here go inside the hole where you push down. If that's lined up, then 10 out of 10. Otherwise it won't work. Okay, so now it says to place the cutter lid in position, secure one sweet potato to the pusher. So sweet potatoes, I have cut the end off each of them, and I did a really bad job on that one. I need to cut it so that the pusher on this actually has like little feet, and the little feet go in to hold it so that it doesn't spin itself in there. Okay, so this one's a bit tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to give it a little tuck off the side so that it fits down, okay? So you can do that. We've got chickens. The chickens will get these pieces. You could put them in a Glad bag for veggie stock. I often will chuck leftover bits and pieces into my veggie stock of things. As long as it's not too much starchiness, it'll be all right. Wait, oh, it's still too big. What's going on? A little bit more of a tuck on the side. I thought I picked small ones. Maybe not today. All right, you do want to have this stuck in before you push it through. Okay? All right, so next, and then it says info. In the next step, check the filling of the basket to avoid overloading and empty if necessary. Check the blade isn't blocked by leftover ingredients. Repeat with remaining. Now, if you remember the very first unboxing video I did with this, and I was miffed as to why I couldn't get the second thing through, it was because, you remember, I didn't remove the last little remaining bit. So just like a normal hand Spiralizer that takes a lot longer, you end up with a little bit left over and often a little skinny bit through the center. That's what you need to be removing. So let me show you in this next step. So if you have a TM5, you can do this on speed 4. Okay, I've got the mode on my Thermomix, it's a TM6, so I can just spin the dial. Okay, it says while gently pressing the pusher down. Okay, so just literally go like this. I've got 4 of these to do. Hopefully I've cut them all so they fit. Push it on. Oh, what didn't I do, guys? What didn't I do? Remember? Remove the little bit each time. It normally comes out if you've attached well to the actual pushing bit. See this? I'm going to show you. Because you'll have this as well. Okay. Can you see it? And that's the bit that if I didn't have a non-straight top, that's the bit that would have come out attached to my pusher. Okay? But because I started with a cutoff that was sideways, should have done that a bit better. Should have done more angles in school. And now it's right. Now it's got a clear end. Let's see if I can attach this one better so that it comes out the way it's designed to come out. But let me just show you what's already happened in there with just one. Look at that. We did a cool activity at head office, push that in, with seeing how far we could get one from the front to the back of the room. It was pretty cool. All right, let's try again. So attach it first well, so that what will happen if you attach it well, it will actually just come out. Okay, spin it, let's go again. And then we can just continue, all right? Let's see if I can get any of these to do what they're supposed to do. It didn't come out again. I think it's because my ends aren't exactly flat. Yeah, it's all right, you live and you learn. I'm okay with that. I gotta learn to take that off the right way too. All right, we take that. You guys see it? Just take it off. Put it aside. Chickens are gonna be loving that. Put that back in, and we keep on going. This is forcing me to check my capacity because it's not something I am good at. All right, try again. I'm gonna try and I've got my knife, so I'm just gonna try and square off the end so I actually show you what it's supposed to do. Okay, as opposed to what not to do. Is that a better square? Kinda. All right. Okay, let's see. Third time lucky? Maybe. Ah, that's what it's supposed to do. That's it. That's how it should come out. Square ends, square ends. All right. Oh, it says it's done. Let's go again. Square ends. That's what you need. Okay. Only third time lucky at this house. There's only one more to go. I think it probably helps as well if you've got more not rectangular but straight, as opposed to, like, some of mine have been quite lumpy and bumpy, and so what happens is as they get lower, that shaft lets go. Open it this way. The shaft lets go so that, see, there it is again, and there's that center bit I was talking about. See, because it loses its alignment on the way down, it's letting go of that shaft, and I think that's also what's happening. So yeah, we can fit one more in there, right? I like to squeeze it in. All right, this one is more square. Let's try. There we go. Let's see. This one should be all right because it should go straight down. Surely 2 out of 5, right? Let's see. Did we get the last one? Oh, we did. 2 out of 5. So the tip is there to actually have, and you can see there, because it did grab it on the way down, it wasn't obviously completely, what's the word, perpendicular? You can see it's ripped a little bit off the side, and that's what's happened to the other ones, which means it's completely dislodged off this. So the goal is to make it so it goes straight down, but you've just seen how easy it is, even with those stoppages, how quickly we can churn out, look at that, how quickly we can actually churn out these zoodles. And they're not zoodles, that would be zucchini, isn't it? What do you call them if they're carrots? I don't know. All right, there we go, look at that, done. So what's going to happen now is the recipe tells us to put it aside into a bowl. So next, transfer into a large bowl. Large bowl. Now you could be going into the Thermomix with this if you were doing a smaller batch. I'm doing quite a large batch. So I'm going to do it up here so you guys can see it, because we put this in. Look at these, aren't they beautiful? Now if you want to cut them up, little tip, okay, a hot tip that I've worked out is get your scissors into them, your kitchen scissors, out of your kitchen toolkit if you own a kitchen toolkit, and chop, 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 chop. And that will break up these lengths, because some of these lengths literally will go from one end of your room to the other, okay? So just so that you know, remove the Thermomix cutter, spiralizer, and very, very importantly, the shaft, okay? Put this in here every time you're done. Now this is the one from the cutter. It doesn't have the holding point on it. This is the cutter one. But the shaft and the basket are the cutter basket, like this bit, yeah? So it's going to go through the dishwasher. Next, it says, add to the bowl with the spiralized sweet potatoes 2 eggs. So now I am going to show you the cooking part today, which is making me nervous. I'm going to go over to the hot plate in a couple of minutes and show you how we do this on a hot plate using our crumpet and pancake rings from the mix shop. Season with some salt, half a teaspoon of salt. You could get crazy here and do like cumin and coriander and make it like curry style, totally up to you, and some pepper, and then mix well to coat. This is where I'm not sure I should do this on camera because this is where I usually get incredibly messy. Let's grab a spatula. So, got to break up those eggs. Now, I did think about doing it in the Thermomix bowl, but I just think you chop your zoodles too much. Carrot noodles too much. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this through. I'm going to spin you over to the cooktop, and I'm going to see you in a second. We're going to preheat the cooktop because it says to heat a little oil in a frying pan over medium heat, and then grease 4 egg rings. Place in the pan with the sweet potato mixture. Carefully press the potatoes flat using the base of a small glass and cook until it's crispy and holds its shape. Flip it over, cook the other side, and then continue on. Okay, now this recipe does continue on and shows you how to make turkey patties for in it, but I just wanted to make this today. I want to make like sweet potato hash browns. So I hope you give this a go when you get your spiralizer. You will be blown away with how quick and easy it is. And I'm going to show you now the step on the stove. So I'll see you over there in a second. Okay, welcome over to my stove top. I'm sorry, but you're going to only see parts of this, and hopefully you can hear me well enough. The mic's over there. So I've got on the stove my Fireware, I've got avocado oil in it, and I've got my crumpet rings. So we're going to put 4 of those into the tray, and I'll show you how we do this. Okay. Now we're going to get some of our mix, which you can see there, all mixed through, well coated with the egg, loaded in. We're going to push it down in a second with a cup. So I'm just putting a portion into each, a little bit more in that one. This is going to make plenty. If you're not feeding a tribe, you probably don't need to make a full batch. You'll probably make a quarter batch. Okay, now I need to press them down. Now I kind of went through my jars and found something that was small enough, but with not too much of a rise up on the base. Okay. Pushing them down. And this is all on your Cookidoo. It's going to tell you what to do, okay? Obviously make sure your jar base or your cup doesn't get into the oil. All right, and then we wait. And in a couple of minutes time, we're going to flip them upside down, okay? Take the outer ring off and fry the other side. And then once they're done, I'll show you, we're going to put it out on something to let the oil drain off. So we'll see you again shortly. Okay, let's see if it's ready to flip over. So I'm just going to try and flip the whole lot. Oh, they're coming out. That makes it easy. I'll use my tongs because they'll be really hot. Let's put that aside. Maybe I can take them all off. I can. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So now that they're holding shape, it's time to give them a turnover. Just watch out for your splattery oil at this point in time. Ooh, they look a bit cute. I like it. All right, last one. I really, really like the Fira cookware. Okay, so that's one of the Fira at the mix shop. It has a lid that you can go on top with. Just amazing, good heavy duty cookware, so you get that really even cook. But another couple of minutes, these are going to be out, so I'll show you in a moment. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. I think they're ready to come out. So I'm going to come over here. Let's have a look. They're holding holding together really well. I might pick this plate up and take it to it so I don't make too much of a mess. Now, you might notice I don't have a paper towel. I've got like a tea towel kind of thing. That's cool, whatever you've got. You do want to remove the oil off the bottom, otherwise you're just going to end up with soggy mess. There we go. Look at that. So now I'm going to do the next, let's put them down, the next one. So back into these rings. Just make sure you don't completely run out of oil. And you get the gist of what we're doing. So we just keep on going, loading them up, pressing them down. And I'm going to actually start putting a timer on for maybe 3 minutes because I have a concern that I might end up starting to neglect and forget them as time goes on, and then I'm going to end up with unedible food or overcooked food. So my solution to that, and maybe you need that too, I know some of you guys are like me. Oh, that one's a bit long. I did run the scissors through this, by the way, too, guys. I did actually do that before we did the fry pan thing. So my tip for you guys, and for myself, is putting a timer on the Thermomix for 3 minutes. So that every 3 minutes, it will be reminding me to come back and, oh, don't come off, stay on, to check. Because otherwise, highly likely, in my cleanup of my kitchen, I will neglect to come back. So back over to the Thermomix for a second. Timer up the top. Let's put it on 3 minutes. I reckon 3 minutes aside is about what I'm running at the moment. And it just means in 3 minutes it's going to call me back to flip these over. Now, obviously, it might be 4 for you, it might be 2. It really depends on how hot your stove is running. Don't make my mistakes at a stovetop where you try and turn it up to make it go faster. It just burns. I remember learning that the hard way pre-Thermomix days. And you guys know I don't use the stove hugely these days, but I do like to occasionally use it. So anyway, I hope you found this of value. When you get your Spiralizer, I can't wait to hear how wowed you are by how incredibly fast and simple it is to just make carrot noodles, zoodles, and all those things with your Thermomix. It is so incredibly easy and effortless, absolutely effortless. Anyway, if you've got questions, reach out, let me know. Hopefully soon you'll be able to get your hands on a Spiralizer to go with your TM5 or your TM6. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.